in the world is it making me do this? What's up, guys? I am carp fishing. I'm haggard. I hope you can hear me. My dog is caught in my line. That is absolute beauty. Okay, give me a second. Not a paid actor. Good night. What is happening with these rods now? There we go. So, kids are going to bed. Mama's making sure the kids go to bed. I am just chilling. Trying to fish for some carp. Honestly, what I'm doing right now is practicing. Just recently I got onto TikTok, which I've been telling myself for like ever, I'm just not gonna do it. And then I found out that there's just a super cool community of live fishing on there that if you don't know, you should totally check out. It is really cool. And in order for you to, oh, what's happening? In order for you to be able to like upload or whatever there, you have to have 1,000 TikTok followers, and I don't have that, so practicing a little bit. We've been catching carp for the last couple of days. They've been pretty good, but it's been a little slower than average. The boys have been reeling them all in, so this is my chance, I guess, to do it. Can we see the lines? We can, 1 and 2. I don't even know if y'all can hear me. Is that a thing? I don't even know. Mute. That's mute. Don't hit that button. Very cool. Oh, now I just sit here and talk to myself for hours until a fish bites, maybe. Or my dog gets stuck into stuff. If I have to yell at my dog the whole time, sorry. It's kind of a thing. Oh man. I wonder why it makes me do live in this orientation. It's kind of weird. I just saw that we are in a tornado watch, which is great because we're in the camper. Kind of dig that. That's going to be cool. Really hoping we don't have to bail out. We did that once a couple of years ago. We all slept in the truck. We'd have 3 kids, 2 parents, and 2 dogs sleeping in a truck. That'd be nuts. Can you guys hear this? Nice, man. Thanks. Yeah, I've got this little, like, hat mic thing. Now we'll see if they turn off, because solid chance they're gonna turn off when I get on here. Yeah, we've caught 6 or 7 tonight. Throughout the day we've caught a few. Last night I caught about 15. We're just fishing for carp right now off the bank. Hi. Like I was saying before you guys got here, what I'm doing is kind of practicing. I got on TikTok recently, which I've told myself I wasn't going to do. And I got on there and I found out there's like this huge community of fishing people. Hey, I'm glad you like fishing. It smells like Keystone Light dip. Nice. I don't dip or drink, but I look like I smell like those ones. The biggest one that we got is like probably 16, 17 pounds. Bass and trout in the morning. Right on. Can you cast? Well, kind of. Right now, I'm just carp fishing because not many people carp fish, and I really like to do it. So, what I've got is a pack bait that I make. It's panko breadcrumbs, strawberry jello, and corn. You live stream and they will come. Yeah, every time I've live streamed before, they've stopped. Swim the bait out there. Yeah, I put it in my teeth. Then I just hit it with a Michael Phelps stroke. That helps. Now what I have to do, because I have 2 labs that are hanging out with me, I have to make sure that I like distract them and cast the big old bait ball out there so they don't try to retrieve my bait. I'm fishing in North Dakota. I'm at Audubon Lake. What time is it? 8:57. Yeah, 8:57. So last night, when the wind calmed down, I fished out here, and it went pretty good, which is great. So I feel like, okay, I'm gonna just amp myself up, do a live stream, thinking that they're gonna go. And they haven't yet, but I was putting the kids to sleep or helping my wife do it, and I had to bail out with no shoes on because the rod almost went in the water, so that's a positive. Yeah. Come here. Whoa, can you see this little thing down here? Half of my job. Come over here. Come up here. Half of my job here. Yeah. Come on. Is trying to keep this dog from eating my bait and hitting my trap, which is great. Oh, sorry guys. Oh boy. Come here. Get over here. Get over here. So because the bait is basically bread, corn, and deliciousness, she likes to jump on there and try to sneak it every time that I move away. I'm from North Dakota, Elle. But all us Midwesterners sound the same, right? Oh, hello, poachers. Hey, what's going on, Eleanor? Oh, hello, puppy. I don't think people actually come here to see me, they just come here to see the puppy. Got a pretty gnarly storm brewing. Oh man, you guys see those pelicans? Nice. Yeah, none taken. I mean, I guess the Minnesota part I could take a little offense. I'm just kidding. It's a joke. Stop. My dog is 20 weeks old, and she is an absolute piranha. Knock it off. Good. I've got a 10-year-old lab, but he's sleeping up in the kennel. He's not locked in there. He's just sleeping in there. Why? Why? Just razor sharp teeth. Hope you catch a huge one. Yeah, me too. But also, it'd be an absolute cluster because I've got like a 4-foot bank in front of me, and I do got a big extending net. But when my kids are awake, one of them just runs down there and just kind of like scoops it for me. But when I'm by myself, I'm trying to do the old finagle, you know? Yeah, they are, man. We missed it by about half the lake earlier today. There was a big thunderstorm that rolled through, and we just got a little drizzle. But it was cool because the wind just laid down. It was really nice, and the fish kind of turned on when it was going by. It was sweet. But it's been like, hey, you could get tornadoes, or it could be hot and nothing can happen. So just batten down the hatches and put everything that can't get wet away. Man, for cinematic effect, it'd be nice if one of these rods would go off. Everybody's like, hey, this dude's just soaking hooks, peacing out. Yeah, so I mean right now we've got like a little gravel bar that goes out on the side, and then there's like a big drop off over to the right of us, and a bunch of weeds. There's a weed line that's out there, and these carp are just working the inside. I know I'm fishing for carp. It's kind of weird because North Dakota, you think I'd be fishing walleyes, but when we go camping, I'm not a huge fan of trying to bring the camper and the boat. And so last year we decided to try doing carp once, and I mean we had a blast. We just caught them over and over and over again. And the carp are like, you know, between 10 and 20 pounds every time we catch them, and my kids are 50 pounds, so That'd be like me catching a 100-pound fish over and over again. Rhea. Rhea. Got these little like long-tailed squirrel things. She's not a huge fan of them being in the grass where she's at. Whew. This is something I noticed with all the TikTok people who do this too. It's like they get on and then they're just killing time because the fish that we're biting stop biting. It's alright, I got nowhere to go and all night to get there. Whoever's on here still, can you hear that generator real bad in there? What's up, Josh? It's super hot, and so we're running it so the AC can go for the kids when they're sleeping, but I just hope it's not so loud on this mic. Lost my dog. She's not going anywhere. Josh, if you're on here, oh, it's not bad. Just sounds like someone's mowing. Oh, nice. What reels do I have? I am fishing right now with walleye gear, like my jigging wrap setup, and then what I would use to like pitch cranks. So they're just 2500 series walleye reels. I'm a Shields guy, and so I'm on their pro staff, and so they're all just Shields rods. I think Shields rods and reels. Those are both tournament anglers. I think they're like not the best one, but the one down before that. Hi, buddy. Here's the old guy. Decided you wanted to come down from the old truck. I don't even know where the little one's at. Try to cover the mic and whistle. Yeah, it's 9:04 here, Josh. I'm in, well, south of Minot, North Dakota. Yeah, it's 9 at night here. It'll stay light where I would have. Hey, thanks, Blake. It'd stay light till probably 10:30 here. What do you got there, big dog? Ticks are just horrible this year, so we always got to check these big guys. Josh, where are you at? Sorry if you're all shaky. His big old butt's hitting the tripod. Oh, hello. Oh, thank you, dude. Fun part about labs is that they're bred to retrieve, right? Big old duck dog. So every time a fish starts splashing around out there, big dog here thinks he needs to go out and get it for me. Which I appreciate, you know, having a job, but what's the biggest fish you got? He told me already, I wasn't listening. If you mean like the biggest fish I've caught, say tonight or in the last couple days, it's probably been just over 20. Bro, I don't have any idea what that means. You mean that like weird jaw thing? Nah, man. I'm manly enough. If I gotta prove it to you, I'll show you my receding hairline. Alright, the goal is to get one fish on live. We'll see how long it takes. 9:06. Probably been on here for, does it tell me, 15 minutes. I guess it'll be on live, or if my phone runs out of battery, but I got about 50%, so we should be good. Oh, like the biggest fish I've ever caught in real life was a 80-pound paddlefish. I've got just shy of 13-pound walleye, which is pretty big. Caught a sailfish one time that was 78 pounds, but I think that's cheating. Other than that, I mean, caught a couple big muskies that I don't know how much they weighed. Quite a few big pike, like 15s. The carp are awesome because, I mean, oh my gosh, thanks, big dude. Appreciate you moving me. Oh, How about you? What's the biggest fish that you've caught in real life? What's up, Burb? Burb. That's another big fish that I caught. Caught a 35-inch burbot once. That was pretty cool. It'd be pretty sweet if one of these rods went off. Yeah, Josh, it was in the Garrison Dam tail race. So, purely lucky. It was a bunch of us fishing and guys were catching. And I just so happened to catch the big mama. It was 12.76. It was 31 inches. There's some big dogs down there if you can find them. Just waiting for rods. Oh, dude, that's sweet. Father, son, I haven't caught anything yet on the live. We've caught quite a few today. Yeah. Probably 6 or 7 carp and maybe a dozen smallmouth throughout the day today. Yesterday evening from 9 to 10, we caught quite a few, so I figured I'd throw the live up and see if I could get some. Heck yeah, Josh, that's great, man. 11 years old, 60-pound flathead. That thing is 3/4 your weight, probably. Nice. I'm glad to see so many of you young guys out here. That's great. Do you guys just fish, or do you try to film too? I know it's kind of tough, but my kids they're sleeping in the camper right now, but they've been the ones catching them all day. I just kind of bait the hooks and get everything ready to rock and roll. My older boys are 8 and 6, so they have a good time catching these suckers. Nice, man. I don't know anything about striped bass. We don't have those here, so I've watched some videos sometimes that look like they hit pretty hard. Look like an aggressive fish. That's pretty cool. Honestly, I'll catch anything that swims if I can. I love it. I just like to fish. That's part of why this carp thing took off for me. I just knew that I was going to be, down here camping with the camper. We'd have to be shore fishing. Yeah, we could cast every now and again for some smallies, but the carp are something that you can consistently target. I'll have to check it out, dude. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see on the camera there, but there's a pretty decent storm of brewing on the horizon back there. Hopefully it stays away, because it is gorgeous out there right now. It's kind of cooling down. Fire's burning down though. She's almost gone. Rhea's the little dog. Rhea, no biting. No. She just torments. Oh jeez, this poor old boy. Right. Oh buddy. Oh buddy. Here we go. All right. Just torments this old boy. I had a 8-year-old chocolate lab that we lost this year. Well, I guess last year in September. So after we gave that some time, we decided we were going to pick up another girl dog. And we got that little red girl back there. And she's a great puppy, smart, real snuggler, and also a vicious piranha that is just relentless towards this old boy. Where I'm at, I'm at Lake Audubon in North Dakota. Oh, hello, old boy. See if that going live curse is a real thing. Come here, little boy, what's up? I think people are just gonna tune in to see you, huh? Nobody's got time for me. Yeah, they'll come here to see you, big boy. Ugh. Yeah, can you get down? Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it, big boy. Okay. Good job. Careful for that fire, big guy. No biting. Leave him alone. Breaking news, live piranha attack. North Dakota Fishing Channel. What's my favorite fighting fish? Dude, no joke, it's gonna sound a little dorky. My number one favorite fighting fish, if you can catch them big enough, is a bluegill. And my number two is, it's carp. Like, I love to catch walleyes. Walleyes are awesome. Pike are pretty good too, but like a walleye, once it does its thing, it just kind of gives up. A carp will just give you a run for your money. And now maybe that's because I fish with walleye rods, and so like I don't have really heavy gear for them. And I will be getting some, like I've got them on order, a couple bigger rods. But you know, bluegill, like if a bluegill got to the same size as a walleye, like if you got a 18-inch bluegill, you would need like a medium heavy ice fishing rod to scoop that sucker off the bottom of the lake. My favorite carp, yeah, man. They just fight so hard. I mean, you can get carp that get up to 30, 40 pounds. That's giant. It's absolutely giant. I can't imagine, because we catch these 10, 15 pounders and they just go ham, But yeah, think about it. Maybe it's like people. You get like somebody like my kids, got all this energy, they're running around. Somebody hooked me, I'd be getting tired pretty fast. Is fishing my favorite thing? Fishing is my second favorite thing. Well, third favorite thing. Like if you're talking about hobbies, I like to hunt. I'm a hunter number one, and I fish in the off seasons. The good part about that is that pretty much means I'm doing something all year round, because I'm either hunting in the fall, winter fishing, spring comes around, we're hunting either turkeys or bears, and we're going right back into the summer fishing here again, all the while preparing for hunting deer again in the fall. So those are my two favorite things. How about you, man? What's your favorite thing to do, Josh? I know you're pretty young, you said, so hunting's probably something that you're not quite into yet. Maybe you are. My sons both hunt turkeys. They said they started when they were 6. 23 minutes, not a bite. Your biggest carp's 20 pounds. That's a good carp, man. That's pretty awesome. I've been watching a lot of these guys in like Europe who fish carp, and they're holding up like 40-pound carp, and it's just this big bulbous thing. I don't know if I just haven't been doing it long enough to find them, or if like we just don't have that same kind, or the food is different, or because there's so many of them around here that they don't get that big. But I have never seen a carp that big. Hunt birds in your backyard. When I was a kid, and I can talk about this because it was many years ago. When I was a little kid, I used to just walk up and down the tree rows at my grandparents' house trying to hunt birds with my BB gun. It was my favorite thing to do. And once I got a little bit older, sorry, I thought I saw something going on with that rod. Once I got a little bit older, then it was just like, I like to walk up and down tree rows and try to find pheasants. Because I didn't have dogs at the time, and pheasants were pretty much the only bird that a guy could hunt. I didn't know how to hunt deer until, I didn't start hunting deer until I was in college. Yeah, when I was in college, and so pheasants were like the one thing that was really accessible. There's a mauling happening back there. Rhea, no. Rhea. Pheasants were the only thing that were really accessible for me, so I started out pheasant hunting, and then when I was 20, again, talking about things that are kind of illegal, I traded a case of beer that I had to have somebody buy me for a, 1980 something bow that I started bow hunting with. Get out of here. And that year I got my first doe with my bow, and I was pretty hooked. I've been bow hunting deer ever since, and I've only had a chance to rifle hunt deer a couple times. Get down. Get down. Then when I was probably 28, I got into turkeys. Turkeys were really fun. I really enjoyed them. They gave me something to do in the spring. And then 5 years ago, I started working with a nonprofit that takes people with disabilities hunting. And so not only am I hunting deer with me, but I'm hunting deer and turkeys with them. And we went on an antelope trip to Wyoming, which led to the next year me getting an antelope tag because I loved doing it and I wanted to try it. And so I hunted an antelope there. And then we've been going bear hunting up in Manitoba for the last 3 years. Careful, Rhea. And this last year I actually got a tag, so I went bear hunting last year and I got a bear too. Those videos are all on my channel, so if you ever get bored, you want to watch something, go check that out. What do I have on the poles? So I have like a pack bait that I make, and it's panko breadcrumbs, strawberry jello, and then corn. I mix it all up into a nice little ball. I've got a hair rig, which none of our local tackle places make them, so I have to order them online. And then with that, I just put a couple pieces of corn on the hair rig part. I've got a sliding weight, pack the dough bait around that, and that's the thing. Over time, it just slowly breaks down. Carp come in, pick all those corns. Eventually, they get mine. Oh man, it's been a long, hot day. My eyeballs are kind of burnt from the sun. Contacts are getting dried out, so sorry if I keep rubbing them. Oh, that's a good girl. Just laying up there by the camper. Man, it'd be nice if one of these things went out. Do I have eels? No. No eels. I wouldn't even have an idea where to find eels or where to buy them. I don't think we have eels in North Dakota at all. So I don't even, if you threw an eel out there, a fish would be like, what in the world? It is not looking pretty out there. If I have to just abruptly bail, it's because a tornado came, or I'm not being dramatic. There's a chance for tornadoes here. Or she started raining, I gotta get out of here. But if it starts getting too nasty, there's a whole group of people over there that are camping in tents, and they're gonna have a lot worse day than I am. Mass, holy dang. It's a long ways from here, man. I honestly don't know what it would be like there. I travel a lot of places, but mainly I travel places that are less occupied than here, hunting and fishing places. I don't know much about Massachusetts. Doesn't mean I shouldn't know more about it. Oh man, yes. Dude, tell him nice, do it. Seriously, it's super fun. We've probably caught, oh geez, say 20 over the last 2 days, last night and today, and it's been great. I mean, the kids are horsing them in. I ran up to Garrison to go pick up some more stuff for pack bait, and I left the rods in because the boys are perfectly capable of fishing, and my wife was here, and I get a video of them horsing this big old carp in and dealing with it, and my wife just kind of sitting back watching. It's nuts. It'd be like, I liken it to like a paddlefish. If you could just sit and catch paddlefish over and over and over and over and over again. Because these fish are, you're talking 20 pounds and you're talking a kid who's 50. I'm 250 pounds. So it'd be like me catching a 100-pound fish over and over again. It's crazy. Josh, Tennessee. don't know a whole lot about Tennessee either, besides I'd imagine you guys are catching cats. A lot of catfish. Well, I think you said flathead. Oh, man. That storm back there's not looking good. Not looking good. Oh, interesting. You guys see that back there? Aye. That looks like it's gonna get wet. So kind of back behind me. Let me see if I can put this way. Way in the distance, and I don't know if you'll be able to see the lights. Way in the distance, there's two lights that are kind of strobing, and they're on two giant smokestacks, and those smokestacks are the coal power plant. And then over beside it over there is one of the largest cranes that you'll ever see. So we have a strip mine, coal mine over there. It's called the Falkirk mine. It's so nuts because you can be sitting here watching. I mean, we're miles and miles and miles away. And you can watch this giant crane operate. And it looks big from here. And then once you get to it, it's like... It's hard to express how big that sucker is in comparison. You've got these big dump trucks, right? And it looks like a Tonka truck. And when you're watching it, you're like, oh yeah, okay, dump truck. And then you stand next to the wheel, and you come up to where the rim is at, like the bottom part of the rim. You're like, oh my god, that's a monster truck, you know? No, it's not a monster. It'd run a monster truck right over it. So it's kind of cool. You can sit here and know that there's some fellas doing some hard work over there. But that's kind of what I'm judging this weather off of, because once I can't see those anymore, we are in for it. See, I've been doing this 32 minutes, 47 seconds. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Hopefully there's something cool on there that you like. I'm gonna give her an hour maybe. So got another 25 minutes. Got about a third of the battery left. So hopefully battery goes. Hopefully what happens is one of these rods go off and I can go catch a fish. I always just expect that puppy to go running away. She's just a good girl, man. She's just hanging out. You can hear me or can't. Batteries look good here. Well, Josh, hopefully your dad doesn't get mad. I try to make content for families. I'm a dad. I care about, hunting and fishing with my kids. My goal is to inspire other dads to bring their kids hunting and fishing. And so we keep our stuff clean. We want to make sure that we are respectful in our videos and we're doing the right thing. And so I kind of pride myself on making the kind of stuff that you can watch anywhere with anyone and not have to worry about it. Sure hope you could have heard that, because if not, I just babbled all that for nothing. Part of me wants to go check the rods. The other part of me knows dang well that I just did that. So it's all going to be just fine. Someone's yelling back there. Whoa. How old am I? I am 35 years old, man. I'm old enough to be almost too old for all this tech stuff. Young enough to still really want to do it and love doing it. I look older because of the mustache. I wonder if this front coming through has turned him off. I'm gonna do my best to enjoy life, man. I am. Life is pretty good. Just like a lot of people, you know, I always get caught up in wanting to do more and do more and do more, and so it's like, oh, I can't go bear hunting every year because bear hunting's kind of expensive, or I can't do this, can't do that, and I beat myself up over it a little bit. But you know, some nights you just sit next to a lake with some panko breadcrumbs and corn on the hook. You're just having a great time, man. It doesn't take a lot to do this. See you later, buddy. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry we didn't catch a fish with you. I literally caught one minutes before I went on. It's like, okay, here they go. Let's throw the live on. Nah, man. Oh. Let's go fish. Give me one here before that storm comes. I can feel the wind picking up. Which one do you think is going to go off first? White one or the black one? White one went off last. Most of the fish that I've seen are coming from my left to right, and I work along this weed edge line from the deep. So you'd think that black one would get hit. But it's almost like they pass that sucker up and go right for the white one. I don't know. I don't know what would turn them off like they are today. I know for walleye, like, the sketchier the situation when it comes to thunderstorms, the better chance you got. Like, for some reason, I don't know if it's the pressure change or what it is, but those walleyes will start biting from that. I don't know if because, you know, I'm fishing these carp relatively shallow. I'm probably in like 5 feet of water. If maybe that's the reason why. You know, they're maybe more susceptible to pressure changes, so they don't like it. Maybe they pushed them out deep. Or it could just be making excuses. Hello, Rhea. What are you doing? Okay, fine. Good girl. I'll tell you what she's doing. She's waiting for me to not pay attention so that she can steal my carp bait. Because apparently it's tasty. Let's see if I can. Sorry, guys. Try to bring that down a little bit. There we go. That way, at least you can see an awesome pooch. Oh, man. Well, thanks for watching, Josh. I appreciate that, dude. Hopefully I can catch a fish for you. Hopefully I don't get rained out. It's looking gnarly back there. You're thinking black? Alright then. I've got this little finger right out here that's only like, I don't know, 3 feet deep. and then it drops off on the sides and kind of out to the front. But yesterday I actually had some of the baits real close, and black is only probably in 4 feet of water. White, yeah, it's probably out in 6, 7. But those carp were, coming up onto that flat and just kind of picking around up there yesterday, and we caught most of the fish up shallow. So that's why I've got this one shallow. I actually ended up running both the rods shallow last night. When am I going to do a live video again? I have no idea, man. This was kind of a test. I wanted to see how it went. My goal eventually is I'm trying to grow my TikTok so I can do live stream fishing on TikTok. I don't know if you're a TikTok guy. I know you're a kid, but it's rough because you never know what you're going to find on there. It might be stuff that you don't want to see, and I don't like that. But there's a good community on TikTok of just fishermen who like to do live streams, and I mean, you can sit pretty much any time of the day. Just I search fishing, I go to live, and like today, in the middle of the day, I watched a guy in the UK fish for carp, and most of the time I'll be watching guys down south fish for catfish. And so my goal eventually is to be live streaming on there and be kind of part of that. But until then, I've been working really hard on my YouTube channel for years. So every so often I want to come in here and, chat with all of you guys. Videos are fun. I stuck away from TikTok for a long time because, everybody said, oh, it's bad and you don't want to go on there and it's this and that. But the truth is like, I like to make little goofy things, and I've been using Instagram for that, but Instagram's been pretty difficult lately. And when it comes to videos, I've tried over the years everything from vlogs to like fishing series. My kids and I did something called The List last year, where we were trying to catch every fishable species in North Dakota. And, that was going great until a car hit my boat and totaled my boat out. And now I kind of want to save my YouTube, like the actual channel, for like kind of artsy stuff. I might not look like it, but I'm a kind of creative dude. I like to tell stories, and I like to use video to do that and try to tell the story the best that I can. And so what I found for TikTok is that TikTok kind of hit the spot that I was missing, which was like making content, not needing it to be super duper refined, but being able to kind of be funny in it and have a community, because Instagram is so hard. You just get lost in it nowadays. And I'm old enough that Facebook was like huge for a while. And now Facebook is so much, for people to see your stuff, you got to pay a bunch of money. And it's not like, oh, they see you because you make interesting things. It's like, oh, they see you because you paid to push it. Yeah, I get it, Josh. Dude, Instagram it's hard because like I have a lot of people on there that are great. And I love Instagram for pictures because I do photography and videography. Right? Like, those are my two things I like to do. And Instagram was great when it was for pictures, because you could go out with a big camera, you could take a real nice picture, and you could do like multiple pictures of an event, and it would be like a story through pictures. Well, then all of a sudden, TikTok kicked butt, and when it came to like getting eyeballs on it, and so then Instagram started changing their algorithm to make it so they want short videos, reels, which are just TikToks with a different name. Well, all of a sudden that happened, and now the photo app Instagram is no longer a photo app. So like, honestly, it's kind of like more of a photo album now for me. Like, I just put random stuff there, and I'll share my TikToks on there. But it's really hard for me to not feel like Instagram is dying in the capacity that I need it for, because, well, the algorithm just doesn't support what I'm trying to do. And so it's hard. You go and you work and you work and you work and you make something, and then all of a sudden 4 people see it, which is fine because I don't make a living off of this. I don't need it to be a thing. But at the same time, like if you make art, you want people to see your art. Yeah, TikTok's hard. It's a different one. It's so crazy because it's so variable. Like you see what some people see and it's just like puke, you know. And then you get to what I see. Like all I see on there is fishing. It's literally dudes fishing, in TikTok live fishing. It's fishing. So I can handle that. That's pretty cool. All right, man. 14 minutes. I'm going for 14 more minutes. We got to get some carp before the tornado gets us. I'm only kind of joking. It's pretty gnarly back there. Thanks, man. Yeah, I have. I was talking earlier because I get to monologuing, right? I get talking about how like sometimes I get bummed out because I can't do a whole lot of these big trips, and I can't do a lot of like really cool things. It's hard to like make a long form artsy video on crawfish trapping, right? But having TikTok as my outlet to do like all the little dumb things, then I can just focus on trying to put quality on the YouTube. Yeah, that's, I don't know. It's so weird because like you try to play the game of what do the people that follow you want to see versus what does the Google computer want to see so that people actually get to see what you make. Yeah, man. No, you're right. If you don't like it, thanks for watching. See you later. Oh, no, you're talking about your channel. No, Josh, I'll totally check it out, man. I appreciate you being on here and supporting and watching. It takes a lot to watch some dude sit talk to you about nothing while his fishing rods don't go off. But at least you get to see napping dogs. Who doesn't like napping dogs? Random people screaming behind us. Josh, who helps you with your channel? If you don't mind me asking. Yeah, squishy, man. So here's another thing, like maybe I think too much about this stuff, but like in the wintertime, say when I put on YouTube, every day it feels like there's 30 new ice fishing walleye videos, which I could sit and watch. Like I dig it. It's awesome. But then when I see all of that, I'm like I'm just making another thing that's exactly the same as all of this. Ooh, a little lightning. Tom, what kind of camera do you have? Or are you using your phone? I guess that's question number one. Like, are you using a DSLR or maybe like I guess they're not even DSLRs anymore. Like a mirrorless camera, or if you're using your phone. Cool. So then you're fishing with your dad, dude. That's awesome, man. That's... My life before kids was nothing but wanting to hunt and fish. So I love to do it. Played some sports in college. Obviously my wife is awesome. But when I had my kids, like that desire to go hunting and fishing didn't go away, but it was like I can't wait to show them how to do this. And now everything that that I do is with them. Like we come out here and they're fishing all day. So I'm really glad that you're fishing with your dad, dude. That's awesome. I'll tell you one thing, you can catch the biggest record of your life, man, and it means more to your dad than it did to you. I promise you. Hey, dogs. No. Okay, so Tom, this is what I use, and let's see if I can unclip it here real quick. So I've got an iPhone right now. Oh, don't mind me, guys. Sorry if that's loud. I don't even. Can you see this? That brand, fully am, something like that. There you go. So I got this off of Amazon. It's not very expensive at all. I've got this is my iPhone right here. All you need is a USB-C to USB-C cable, and you can run it directly to the receiver, which I have on the side of the phone here, and it just goes in, and it comes with 2 mics and a receiver, so you can clip them on both. Or like if I'm hunting, what I'll do is I'll take these because they have a little magnet on them on the back, and I'll find metal pieces in the blinds and I'll stick them so they're pointing, they're directional. What? Josh, I'm talking to Tom about. He's asking about mics. Rhea, stop abusing that old feller. Oh, where are you going? Oh, you're falling over. Oof, guys, 8 minutes. 8 minutes, and then I'm bailing. Got lightning happening. I'm gonna sit here for a whole hour, not catch a fish with you, but that's all right. Hey, thanks, dude. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Have fun working. Oh, that was a low blow. I didn't mean it like that. Rhea. Leave him alone. My girl dog can't get up into the back of the truck, and so I just leave the tailgate down. I got the kennels back there in the topper, so whenever the old boy dog needs a escape, he can just hop back in there. Your dad has a GoPro? Nice. Tom, I saw you said something else. Interested in getting the 360 GoPro. I've thought about getting the 360 cameras. The only thing with that is that, like, I've heard that they're kind of difficult to edit with. Like, you have to use the GoPro, like a specific program, and then you got to get the shots that you want, and you got to export it and re-import it. And I kind of am more looking for simplicity nowadays. That's one of the things that I really like about the possibility of doing some TikTok streaming or doing this right now, because all I got to do is use my iPhone. Like, I've got so many cameras, like 2 mirrorless cameras, 1, 2, 3 action cameras that I bring with. I have the drone. I have a camcorder. Like, you get all this different stuff, and in the end, I end up fiddling with cameras more than I'm fiddling with anything else. And so, when I'm out, say with like Prairie Grit or doing something. Oh yeah, dude, it's. Yeah. The video editing part is it's not terribly difficult if you're using one camera. So if you're just filming with like a 360 camera, or you're filming with like just your iPhone, because then you have just like one piece of film or one piece of video that you have, and then you're just cutting and splicing and doing whatever. But if you're rocking like multiple angles and you're going back and forth, then you got to make sure that everything's in the same frame rate and in the same shutter speed, or else you're gonna have choppy here and not. And you can make it as simple or as not simple as you want. You know, my biggest thing is a lot of the new cameras are gonna let you film in 4K, so film in 4K. You want that, and then if you're going to most like general things that people are gonna film, you're gonna film in 30 frames per second, because then if you want, you can slow some things down and export it in 24 frames per second, and you get like a little bit of slow-mo. Or if you want to just like, if all you're doing is filming and you want to take that, don't do anything to it, but maybe chop a couple pieces out and then throw it back in there, then film it in 4K 24, That's not going to eat up all your battery, and you're going to be able to edit it pretty well. It's going to look nice. They say that our eyes kind of, when we process images, we're kind of around that 24 frames per second. So that's about what most people want to export to. But that's something that, I mean, geez, when I first started doing this, I had no idea, no clue, any of that. You know, I know that I said I was going to go till an hour, but it's 9:47, so I should probably just go till 10 o'clock. I'm a fisherman, guys, just like everybody else. One last cast. There's always a chance. Man, I'm sitting here like, oh, I hope that rain doesn't hit me, and I could at any point in time just bail out and go into the camper. And there's just bros out there in kayaks getting ready to ride the wave when this tornado comes in. Hey, Josh, thanks for hanging out, dude. I appreciate it. Have a good time at church. You get to entertain yourself, feed your mind a little bit today. Tomorrow, go feed that soul, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. Tom, yeah, camping with the family. The boys are all in the camper right now sleeping, and Mama's reading a book, and I'm being a weird guy. Hello, big dog. Being a weird guy live streaming stuff. Hello, big dog. You're a good boy. Hanging out with this old boy. Thanks, dude. Oh my goodness. Oh, sorry. Big guy's butt's hitting you. Every now and again, these people behind me keep. See you later. Every now and again, the people behind me keep yelling. And I don't know why, it just sounds like they're right here. See you later. Right, it's big guy. What are you doing? Are you good, buddy? Oh, I'd love for one of those rods to go, man. Yeah, so Tom, we bought a camper when we had, let's see, when we just had our second son. I mean, he was like 16 months old or something like that. And we had a Jayco, it popped out on the sides. So like, it was a hard-sided camper. Jeez, buddy. It was a hard-sided camper, but it had the extensions. And it was great. Like, I love it. I think the camper from like getting outside with the whole family is probably like the best thing, because like you can be here, and if it's uncomfortable out here, you can just go inside. If it rains, you go inside. Yesterday we sat and watched River Monsters on streaming on my phone. Like, I get it that that's not like super outdoorsy, but like the camper kind of helps bridge that gap between home and outside. And when you have young kids and you have a wife, and if they're not like into suffering or being super uncomfortable all the time, it's the one thing that I wouldn't not have right now. Like, if I had to get rid of the boat, I'd get rid of the boat. But the camper's it's worth it. It's worth it. I mean, my big problem that I have, so we bought a little bit older camper. Hey man, real quick, where am I fishing? I'm in North Dakota, fishing on Lake Audubon, fishing for carp. Yeah, fishing for carp in the States. It's a thing. My camper's giant. I bought, I'm kind of a cheap butt, you know, 5'3" and 5 months. Oh, dude, yeah, you're like exactly in my kid range. My kids are 8, 6, turning 7, and 3. So Yeah, that's about right where I was at. We sold our camper when we had the new baby. Oh, nice, Castleton, right on. And we missed it a lot. We spent a year and a half, 2 summers not camping, and as soon as the little feller got big enough that we knew we could come out here, we bought the camper again. And we bought a yeah, baby. Oh, we're officially efficient. No. Oh my god. No. No. Okay, back to what I was saying about campers. We bought the camper. What a bummer, man. Just killing me with that. Well, what a great opportunity to show you what I got going on. Big sliding weight. Salad. Little hair rig. Gotta get that off. What a bummer that was. I know. Dude, you're good luck. Thanks for coming by. So we bought a little older camper. That's what I was getting at here. And we kind of remodeled it. So we've got a bunkhouse. It's got 3 bunk beds in the back. That rod, yeah, I heard it start zinging, man. It's got 3 bunk beds in the back and then a big, like, curtain thing. And so all 3 boys can just be in the back and do their thing. It's giant. I get, no joke, 5 miles to the gallon with my truck. I've got a Ram 2500, but the gas. I pulled it up to Manitoba into the wind, and I got 3.5 miles to the gallon, which is pretty sick. But besides that, the camper's been awesome. I mean, if you like to camp, but oof. So, for most of my North Dakota peeps, it sounds like you're doing it right with the kiddos. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah. Well, we've done it too. My wife and I have been camping in this spot, like right where I'm at, since we met in college. And it started out as us in a little like 3-man pop-up tent. And the amount of times we've got stormed on and slept on the floor and just sucked. And then, I went to school, moved away. We came back and we tried to do the tent thing. And I don't like to feel like I'm old because I'm not that old yet. But oh my goodness, I laid on the ground and I was like, this sucks. We got a storm come through and we went and slept in the truck. I'm like, no, man, not happening today. So we went and looked at a camper, and once we got that, it was like, oh yeah, man, like this is where it's at. And this carp fishing, like this was just out of necessity, like I don't have the current capacity to pull the boat and camper at the same time, and so I needed something that I could do off the shore that kept us interested. And the carp fishing is pretty dang exciting. Well, you saw that rod go. When it goes, it goes. And the kids have a good time, and everybody's having fun. We fish a lot at a local lake around home and catch our eater walleyes, and so I'm not out here looking for groceries. I'm out here because I'm an addict and I love going fishing. Yeah, so ugh, it's super messy. That's why I look like I'm just dirty. First thing is, and I've got it on a carp video from last year in the list, but I buy these hooks. Give me a second, I'm gonna go get them. Okay, so I buy these hair rigs off of Amazon. Whoa, buddy, nope, you're on the hook, big dog. Nope, we don't need this. No, thanks, sorry, chaos. And so, geez almighty dogs, you are killing me right now. Back it off, back up. Hey. It's real life over here. Yeah, so buy these off of Amazon, size 8 little hooks, okay? They come with this little bait threader. And so what you do is you take the corn, you literally take these little kernels of corn, you pop it through, it's got a little hook on it, That rod's gonna go. Can you see that? That rod's going. Here we go. Sorry, you have to do that later. Yes. Dogs do not eat my bait, especially the one with the hook in it. Oh gosh. So Tom, you string those corn kernels on there, and then there's a little stopper, and that's all it is. Dogs? Oh no. Does that dog have a hook in his mouth? No, okay. What chaos, guys, what chaos. And so then I make a bait out of panko breadcrumbs, maybe you were here when I said this. Panko breadcrumbs, corn, and strawberry jello mix. And then what I do is I got a sliding weight that sits above a swivel. And then I hook that swivel. Oh, that's a nice one. I gotta jump down this crevasse here. Oh, buddy. Oh, boy. Oh my gosh. Okay, so came off. Here's the deal. I'm horsing them and I don't have a net. Man, I do have a net. Y'all, I'm just straight killing you with the not actually seeing any fish. Cast in luck for the win. Well, now you have a beautiful opportunity. Yeah, dude, hey, thanks. The dogs are awesome. Real opportunity to see me do it, so. Both of those fish. The first one just came off. That last one I could have netted if I would have had a net person. For the sake of this channel here, I probably should just be more careful and not try to rig it, horse it in. I've got two-piece catfish rods that I ordered so that I can actually put some shoulders into them, because I'm fishing with these little like jigging series, walleye series rods, you know. I've got no poles in the water, which is a good problem to have, but just shows up all of a sudden. So yeah, I'm just taking these corns, literally poking a hole in the corn. Good. Getting bit in the face by mosquitoes. There's a little hole right here. So like you see that little hole, this little stopper thing grabs onto it, slide the corn onto that. Now I got corn on the head rig. They got this teeny tiny little stopper that goes in a loop on the end. Luckily for me, I do not need bifocals yet because I'm not quite that old. But when I put that in there, then I just got 2 pieces of corn dangling above the hook. So then I got this big old weight that just slides on the main line. My main line is just a 12-pound braid. And then it's this is just a clasp on this one. Clasps onto that rig that I just showed you. Then literally just take a big old ball of this dough, smash that sucker in there. So like you can't chum here. Yeah, right? So I can't just like throw stuff out there, but what you do, it's got to be attached to the line, and so wrap it around the weight. It's all part of it. Take my hook, just kind of squish it into the side. Voila, I've got a weird little strawberry looking meatball. Cast that out. Over time, the water's gonna disintegrate the bread. And when it disintegrates the bread, all that corn and the bread's gonna kind of dissipate out to the sides. And that's what the carp eat. And eventually they just suck up this piece of corn. Now when you cast, you gotta cast kind of daintily, so it's not super athletic looking. But if you cast too hard, then your bait flies apart. Set the drag super low. So I've got reels at home, big bait feeders, like 6,000 series. And so I won't have to mess with the drag constantly like that. But with these rods, I just set the drag stupid low and let them go. I got dogs passed out every which direction. Oh boy. We'll get these things out here for a little bit longer. I know it's 10 o'clock, but you can't hook up on 2 of them and then not keep fishing, right? That'd be sacrilegious, I'd imagine. Josh, thanks for stopping back in here, but you got to get your butt to bed. You have got church in the morning. it is. Okay, that's a pretty aggressive doughy meatball. But again, part of the reason why you want to make sure the hook gets stuck in here is so that when you cast it, the hook doesn't go back up onto the main line and then get all snaggied. Gosh, the boys must have just went to bed super nice tonight, because, I mean, they're exhausted. I hope that storm stays over there. That's the part, Tom, if you're still on here, the part that's not super fun about the camper is you are a absolute, like, the weather is your jam. If the weather doesn't go, you're in trouble. And like, you know, you don't see very many campers upside down. Oh, Mama's coming. Playing with puppies. Hi, big dog. See you later, Josh. Oh, man. Maybe Mom will be the net man. Oh, jeez. I don't think I could switch cameras. That's too bad. Oh, I can. Oh. It's a hard life back there. Goodness gracious. Hi, I'm talking to people live, so don't say anything weird. Come over here, you're fine. It's not, you're not in the camera. The camera's off to the side. Oh, we're going. You got it. No, I mean, if you talk to my wife about a tent right now, a tent would not happen. Like, especially with it being hot with the kids. No, it just, I mean, a tent's not going to happen. It's uncomfortable, it's sweaty, it like condensates is the word I was looking for on you. It's uncomfortable. And I mean, listen, I'm being super like bougie and needy with the camper, but once you've got one, you're not going to not have one. Like, we've had thunderstorms knock the center poles out of tents before, and that's not fun. Nobody has a good time. It's the middle of the night. Everything sucks. You're wet and you just go home and it just ruins your time. If you're going like hunting deer and it's just you, then sure. Like a tent is just fine. But if I have my family around, I am not tent camping. We'll do it in the backyard maybe. Oh baby. Not going to horse it. But no more tents in the lake for me. Don't you do that to me now. I've already lost 2 of them on here trying to be cool, and so I'm going to take it easy. Oh, fair. You can't hear me. All right, falling down the cliff. Whoop. Don't do it to me now. Come on, big guy. I gotta prove to people that I'm not just paying somebody to run with the line. Heck yeah. Oh boy. Pop the hair rig out here quick. Oh, yeah. Easy enough. Yes. Rig's in my hand. Carp. No, my carp. Cool. See, and now anybody who fishes knows that I don't get to go back in. Bye-bye, carp. I don't get to go back in until I go at least an hour without catching a fish. Don't say anything weird. That's my bad. Tom, you still here? I lost him. Mom, would you go tent camping with our kids right now? No? Yeah, me neither. Are you laughing at me? What's that? Yeah, I have a white beard because I am pasty and I needed to make sure that my face didn't fry any more than it did. I think it just makes me look gray and distinguished. Yeah, buddy. Rides. See what I'm saying? The bait is so delicious that my dog wants to eat it. What a suck. So yeah. That's the part about this that's kind of difficult, is it is a small little hoop. And if it's like windy, no rides, where your dog's trying to eat it, or it's dark and you can't see, it's a little difficult. When your eyes, presbyopia. Back up. Please. Thank you. I wouldn't say please if the camera wasn't running. I'm gonna let you guys know that. A little nicer. Get the heck out of here. That's what I would have said. Did the boys go to bed easy? No? I thought they would have straight up passed out after that today. Earlier today was kind of frustrating because I had the drone up looking for fish and I was watching the fish in the baits in the drone and they just kind of like sniffed at it and were like, nah, I'm not feeling strawberry today. Excuse me, guys. Ooh, trying to eat my bait when I'm not looking. My in-laws live in Canada, and the lake that they're on has a lot of carp, but they're like significantly bigger on average. So I'm excited to go up and do that, but unless I can hook up to to their Wi-Fi, I don't know if I'll be able to stream. Whoa! What's that? Yeah, that's one of those kayakers. Yeah, Buddy's out there giving her. Yes. Yeah, it's pretty gnarly in the back there. That's what I've said I'm going to be done like 3 or 4 different times, but then I keep getting bites. Right, shocker. But I figure I'll just keep doing this until a tornado knocks me out or I stop catching fish. What? The tornado? Are you ready for bed? Yeah. Oh well, looks like somebody's just hating life with you there. Being a pain, so I'm not going to turn the camera on her because she'd murder me. But my wife. Oh yeah, what's that? Say something smart, Alecky, and then I go to do it. Not a big fan of being on camera too much, which is funny because of, you know, me. But she's got the little girl dog on the chair, being just prissy. The dog, not my wife. I'm talking about the dog. Didn't say anything about you. Are you gonna catch the next one? Just pretending you're not here. Yeah, man, he did. Which is super funny because we did it in Sakakawea over on, gosh, what is it, West Houghton Trail, and like in the video that I put out, carp started jumping. Oh, nice. Yeah, Evangel's awesome. If I didn't live in Minot, would be where we would go. And we've went down there a couple of times just because Kellen's invited us down there, and I know quite a few people from Garrison, so it's kind of cool. I'm supposed to let you know that nobody can hear you, so you're fine to say whatever you want. That's a rough thing to say. That's... Oh, geez, the other two kayakers are going out. It's a lot darker than what it looks like on the camera. Oh, she's taking a Snapchat of me. Whatever, man. I've never, ever claimed to be a normal dude. I'd like to go ice fishing with Corey because I know Corey likes to ice fish a lot, and ice fishing's like in my hierarchy of fishing pretty low. It's not that I don't like doing it, it's just kind of the same thing over and over and over again. And it's cold and I'm wimpy now. And every time we do stuff, like I try to bring the kids, and when it's cold and you got a lot of kids and you're dealing with pop-up ice houses, it's just a lot. Tom, do you have TikTok? This is a grown man asking another grown man about TikTok, but I was very diligent in staying away from TikTok because, you know, everyone's like, I don't like TikTok. But I found that there's a pretty sweet little corner of it for fishing where dudes just, good gracious, live stream fishing. And that's what kind of made me want to give this a try just to see. I don't have enough followers on there yet to go live on TikTok, but once I can make the transition over, I'm going to make the transition over, not from like all YouTube videos, but for lives, because it's just really cool. Yeah. I know, the TikTok thing is weird, man. I didn't like it, but now I like it. Have a good night, dude. Should I be done? No, I shouldn't be done. It's still bright enough. Are you?
Yes.
I haven't had a single thing eat touch me. But look how comfortable she is.
Let me have you.
You can't go anywhere. You gotta stay right there.
Yes, I can.
Dude, check it out. Check it out and just go.
Why are they moving hard?
Go to, yeah, I don't know. People are yelling and my ADHD is not doing well. Just go to the search bar, hit fishing, go up to live, and seriously, throughout the day, you could just be watching some dude in Australia fishing or some guy in the UK fishing carp. It's pretty sweet. I do not know what's happening. There are kayaks every which direction out there. You can see that dude rolling out there. Somebody's yelling behind us, doing something. It looks really bright, crystal on the camera, but like, it's kind of not safe to be out in a kayak with how dark it is right now.
Technically, aren't they supposed to have like lights and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm waiting.
Okay. I'll be in a few minutes.
Yeah, okay. Like your last cast, right?
Well, yeah, but it's still bright enough that we can see the rods. When I can't see the rods, then I'm out of here.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. We got it's 10:16. I've got about 10% battery left. We're gonna rock till. See, this is the fisherman doing the bargaining with himself. Either going to fish until 10:25, or we will reassess if we catch another fish. If no fish happens, 10:25 is going to be my cutoff. Which is funny, because 9:45 was my cutoff, and then it was 10, and now it's 10. Rhea, thank you. a whole bunch of little buggies getting us right now. Am I blurry? I am kind of blurry. I don't know. I guess the rods are more important to see than me. Oh, yeah. Oh, come on, dog. Those clouds back there are just ominous. Yeah, man. Like, you ever been ice fishing and you're looking down at your electronics and you're like, man, I haven't caught a fish in an hour, 2 hours. I'm gonna go home. And then you start to like reel up. You watch the little line come up, and then it goes right back down, and you're like, oh. Give it about 10 more minutes. And then every so often, it's like they know, right? They're just down there like, nah, this guy's gonna leave. Every time. Every time. But positive is tonight I'm living right there. Hey, get down. See, this is what I'm talking about. Get off. Get. Try to eat my bait. Oh man, she's getting dark. Yeah, right? Every time. I'll be out there in the middle of the night in the cold. Have the house torn down because another thing that you do is you keep the rods in, and the mine's a Humminbird, but when I had a XR, same deal. You keep that rolling, right? Then you tear the shack down, but you keep it there. And then you're like, well, maybe, and you're sitting on your knees in the cold, middle of the night, trying to get another one. I heard one time the difference between somebody who likes to gamble and a gambling addict is that somebody who likes to gamble, when they get close to winning, is disappointed that they didn't win. And a gambling addict, when they get close to winning, are excited that they got close to winning, not realizing that they still lost. And like, dude, that is fishing, man. That, yeah, live scope would be exactly the same. Like, I never understood gambling. I'm not a gambler. I don't enjoy it. But when I heard that, I was like, oh, yeah, no, I get it. Because a normal person would be like, oh, stupid fish didn't bite. And I'm like, that fish almost bit. The lightning back there. Another reason why I'm doing all these carp videos. Yeah. Is, well, you're from North Dakota, man. You understand that walleyes are a very well-guarded thing. And if I want to keep my buddies... Hey, will do, man. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you watching. If I want to keep my buddies, I better fish for something that...
I think I burned a little.
Hey, am I supposed to come in right now? Oh, jeez. If I want to keep my buddies, I better fish for something kind of fun that isn't going to make everybody hate me because I'm giving away walleye spots. I just ordered a couple of heavy-duty catfishing and carp rods, and so we're going to do a lot more nighttime catfishing. I don't know if you guys have seen like the glow fishing stuff where like dudes have black lights and fluorescent paint and stuff on their rods. I'm going to start doing that, which will be great. I'm stoked. Like, I just love doing stuff like this. I'm kind of dorky. Like I said, I'm a 35-year-old man-child who likes just doing things. But I think I'm going to call it soon, guys. I said 25, that's 3 minutes. That's it. No, I'm doing it. Barely see the rods, haven't had a bite. Rain's coming, getting rid of the dogs, put them away. Thanks for chilling with me.
Too much, son? Okay.
Oh. My wife loves when I do stuff like this because then she can give me a hard time and I can't do a darn thing about it. All right, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all of you. I do. If you have TikTok, do me a favor, look up North Prairie Life on TikTok, give me a follow, because once I get to 1,000 followers, then I can start going live over there. And live on TikTok is just so much more user friendly than live on pretty much any of these other platforms, and I'm pretty excited to do it eventually. Getting eaten by mosquitoes. It's time to go. Good night, all of you guys. We'll see you on the next one. Yes, I'm sure.